Welcome to the Lighter Side Podcast. Today we are doing the part 1 of 2 intros to who runs the show basically. Today we are going to be interviewing Brian. He is also known as Super Chicken _ 1986 on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Anything else?
So it's super _ chicken 1986 on Twitch, super _ chicken 19 on Twitter, but that's okay. Not a big deal.
My bad.
You're good. Yeah. So those would be my handles there. I'm on TikTok with my real name, which I'm not sharing here. So if you find me, just let me know.
And that's actually going really well for you, right? The TikTok and everything.
Yeah. End of August, beginning of September, I had posted a video on a Saturday morning at about 8:30 with the song clip of "This Is Me" from The Greatest Showman, and I was like doing some push-ups to it, and then I cut the camera and I took my shirt off and I continued to do push-ups, so it looks like I was shirtless, and then I turned and just faced the camera, and that video has over 12.3K views right now.
That is absolutely wild.
Yeah, it's just a quick 15-second video, but the reason I do stuff like that is more of like I just want to be real. I don't want a fake, I don't want a bunch of editing in my videos or anything like that. I want to bring people real content because most people are looking for that. They're not looking for someone who's just going to kind of piss off, like, hey, this is how it is. So I try to be real as possible.
That's fair. Yeah, I have noticed as far as TikTok, the editing stuff, it has its place, but a lot of the users on there are looking for that nitty-gritty, that actual real sort of content where you're just looking at the camera, you're talking to them as if we were right next to each other. So yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, during the COVID situation, I think a lot of people need, I think that friend to kind of reach out to with not having a lot of interaction. I feel TikTok has brought that to the table for people to reach out to one another, support each other in situations and things like that.
Right. And so I know they're on TikTok as well as over on your YouTube channel. You really go into detail about mental health and everything like that. You're kind of an advocate towards mental health. Did you want to kind of expand on that as to why you're advocating for mental health?
Yeah, I can go into it. So about a year and a half ago, as you know, I lost my dad to a heart attack. And it took him one time, and that was it. It was over. So, I mean, there was no saving him. Nobody was awake. It happened in the middle of the night. So that was hard, but I got put in a dark spot for a long time, and I think it was just not dealing with issues from past and, not dealing with things, just kind of holding everything in. And after he died, I just kind of was in this really dark place. Like, not, I guess, to the point of like hurting myself, but like just kind of giving up on myself.
Right.
And I turned to food as more of like a, what do they call that? Like a crutch or a coping mechanism, I guess you can say.
You're kind of eating your feelings, so to say.
Yeah. And I mean, it's actually pretty disgusting when you think about it. Like, you buy the big tub of French onion dip and, that's, 30 some servings, I'm sure, if not more. Mm-hmm. And I would sit down and eat the whole thing with chips and, pizza, whatever, just shoveling food in my face. And I hit my highest weight at 430 pounds, which currently I'm at, but I'm working out. So I'm getting down. I'm eating better.
And you just announced that you had lost, 3 pounds, right?
Yeah, I did lose 3 pounds. I know people might say, oh, that's just water weight, but, it still takes work regardless if it's water weight or not. It's not just, sitting there. But what I found out is, I did some research for myself, and I found that talking about self-love and self-worth is very important. And I wasn't loving myself, honestly, for the last year and a half. I was kind of being selfish to myself and, just kind of looking at it as, what's the point?
Mm-hmm.
But I found that light, which is why we have this called the lighter side. And, we want to bring people into the light and help them out as well. So, this is a place where people can talk and, not feel as they're, being judged.
Mm-hmm.
We want to help as many people as possible. Because I do feel, I don't know about you, but the suicide rate in this country is ridiculously high. And I think it's because people don't have an outlet. I think it's because people are told you don't need to talk about that. It makes you weak.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not okay. And I want to change that stigma.
Absolutely. And I agree. I think it's kind of in our culture to just kind of repress that whatever sadness or any kind of hurt that you're feeling. And it doesn't help anyone. It actually hurts them more than anything. And I've had a few people in my life who got to that point,
Mm-hmm.
It's sad and, it hurts everybody that's involved, honestly. So
Right.
I agree. We would really like to kind of change that stigma 100%. Talk about it, give people an outlet. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, actually. And I also just thought about this. I meant to text this to you earlier.
You're fine.
So our name is the lighter side, right? So seeing the lighter things in life, but also if people are on a weight loss journey like ourselves, the lighter side. It's a play on words both ways.
Yeah, that is actually a play on words. That's very good.
That's awesome.
My goal is to be about 250 pounds from 430, so that'll be like a 180-pound difference. But who knows? Maybe we'll stay in the 400s and just lift weights.
Like
Brian Shaw.
Yeah,
he weighs 420 pounds. The guy's a freaking beast.
He is solid muscle, like 100%. That dude is rock solid.
Yeah.
I was watching a few of his videos earlier the week. Actually, he's a funny dude.
He is, and he's just a beast in the gym. It's ridiculous.
I agree. So, something I kind of want to start asking on the show is, what gets you excited? When you're by yourself and you're just like, man, this right here gets me amped up. Like, what is that for you?
So there's a couple things. I'll read you one of them. So just give me 1 second to pull that up.
That's fair.
And we'll get that read here. Oop, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so it says, it's a quote from the Balboa movie in 2006. Let me tell you something you've already probably know. The world ain't no sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place. And I don't care how tough you are, it'll beat you to your knees and keep you there if you let it, permanently. You, me, or nobody's going to hit harder as life, but it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward, how much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. And, you look at that and it's more of like, Jesus, and it was from a movie, but it's heartfelt, and, you can share that around with everyone. Mm-hmm. And, you can kind of put that with everything. And then I use my hashtag #NoQuit, which shirt's available at designedbyhumans.com. Just so you know.
If you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be linked down below.
Oh, thank you. I use that a lot. Like, I quit on myself once, and I don't want to do that again. I don't want to be that guy that, just gives up and, blames everybody else for their problems, or blames other people for, their, say weight gain, or, blames it, just doesn't accept it.
Right.
And does something about it, So that's what I want to do. And I want to take responsibility for it. I'm 33 years old, and I'm tired of being overweight and having to buy 5XL shirts. That's not going to be a thing anymore.
Good.
So that, and then those two things are really important to me. And then the TikTok, people are very encouraging. I can post a morning video on my walk and just, it's 15, 20-second video and I get 50, 60 comments, way to go, keep it up. We want to see more, and they want to see the transformation. So that's definitely getting me there.
They want to see that transformation, but you're also a really lovable guy. You have an awesome personality. So like they're gonna enjoy seeing you better yourself, but they're also there because you're a good guy. Like the positivity that you bring off and the loving words, everything like that, it goes a long way with people. And I've definitely seen it there on TikTok. A lot of people are very, very just encouraging, and they're awesome, actually. I would have to agree with that.
The workout community on TikTok is insanely nice. It's awesome. It doesn't matter what size you are, if you're just starting out, if you're, an teacher, I've met dietitians on there. I've met workout coaches. I've met all sorts of different people. And, hopefully one day we can get them on the show.
I agree. That would be awesome. So you're on your weight loss journey, and you said your goal is 250 pounds, right?
Yeah.
Roughly. So say you get to the 250 pounds. What then? What comes after that? What do you want to complete or do moving forward from that goal? Have you thought about that yet?
Yeah, I have a goal that I've had in my mindset for a lot of time, and I've been told time and time again, like, oh, that's a lot of weight. That's crazy. And I don't care. I'm going to do it, and it's going to happen. I want to bench press 500 pounds. And, just one rep is all you need. That's my goal. Like, I don't want to sit there and do sets with that.
Like, be super impressive if you could do sets with 500, but
yeah. So I mean that's a goal of mine. But I guess at that point, once I'm there, I've been kind of thinking about like powerlift and strongman stuff to get into that. So we can go from there and see where that takes us.
So I've noticed. I recently also just changed up my workout routine. I showed it to you. Where I'm swimming 1.5 miles every day this month.
Yep.
And then I'm also doing, it's not strongman stuff. It's just powerlifting. So the basic moves for powerlifting is bench press, squat, overhead press, and deadlift.
Yep.
And you focus on getting the highest amount of weight you can for that. And it definitely is pretty humbling, I would have to say, going from looking at other people's stats as to like for my weight or for your weight or anything like that compared to the people who are doing it kind of professionally. It's absolutely insane. Right. So like I just maxed out on all my stuff and I'm subpar like compared to everybody else in it, but
you don't got to worry about everyone else. You just got to focus on yourself.
I was just about to say that it's when it comes to weightlifting and the gym stuff, it's so beneficial to mental health because you're only there to focus on you.
Right.
Like you can see week to week how much better you're getting, and I absolutely love that. So I am 100% for going in and doing those powerlifting stuff. I would highly suggest
that's what I want to do. So yeah, I'm going to try to find a trainer to do that, and get into the strongman lifting, and you'll be there. It'll take a minute, but it's not a quick and easy journey. Weight loss isn't an instant, so
no,
you ain't going to get no instant gratification. That's for sure.
Absolutely, you get those every few weeks. You hit a new PR, and you're like, yes, this is what I've been working for. Time to hit another one,
Right.
So yeah, it's definitely a slow process, especially if you're just getting into it. Learning the moves, learning the correct form and
form's important.
Form and then reps. The length of each rep is 100% the most important thing. So I agree. You should definitely do it. I would love to see, 2 years from now, You hitting that 500
500
pounds.
pounds. So back in the day, I think this was like in the 80s. There was a guy that went to our school. He still holds the records for like bench press and stuff.
Holy cow.
They maxed out the bar, and then they had two kids sit on each side.
Holy cow. In high
And
school?
yeah, he was huge.
Holy cow. So when I was in high school, there was only one kid who had any sort of state records, and he ended up going pro in the NFL. Like,
That's ridiculous.
yeah.
We had a lot of weightlifting records, and like a girl in my grade set one of the records for like lifting for her age in her group and stuff. She got her name on the board.
That's really cool, actually.
I think it was like a bench of like 135, 145, but that's a lot.
Yeah, especially for like the female division. And in high school, people who are in high school usually are smaller, so like especially females, like 100 pounds, something like that. I don't know. So, so I know you said that your dad had passed, and I just wanted to kind of ask, how was it growing up, with your dad and your childhood life up to when you were an adult? How was that?
It was good. I mean, he taught me a lot. We hunted and fished together. I never really missed hunting camp. We went there every year, no matter where we went. Like, he took me all over. One year, we went hunting up north and made camp. And what I mean by that is we took PVC pipe and made a frame house and put a tarp over it.
That's awesome.
And we lived in that for a week.
That sounds actually incredible. That sounds like so much fun.
It's peaceful. I mean, you hunt all day. So, I mean, you're out there by like 4:35 in the morning and you hunt until dark. So, I mean, you get up, eat, take sandwiches with you, eat out there, and then come back and make dinner.
Wow.
And then go to bed.
So when you were out there, you'd hunt, right? So would you bring that game back and you'd eat that for dinner?
No, that usually came back to the house and then went in for processing for hot sticks and sausage and stuff.
Gotcha.
Because I didn't actually shoot my first deer until I was 14, I think. Okay. 14 or 15. I was young, but I didn't actually shoot my first buck until I was 30.
Holy smokes. So you had some time out there.
Yeah. I mean, there's people out there that have gotten their first deer, within the first year hunting, but you got to see them to shoot them too. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, and also, I mean, yes, you're out there to hunt, but you're mostly out there, you were with your pop and you were just kind of, talking the stuff and whatnot. So it's more of a quality time hobby versus anything else.
Yeah, that's what it was mainly about, honestly. Talking with my dad, sharing stories and stuff like that. I'll share one with you that he thinks is hilarious.
Sure, let's go for it.
Laughing up there right now. He took me ice fishing one time, and the lake was making ice. I don't know if you've ever been on the lake when it's making ice, but it's freaky.
Is it?
And it rumbles like it's breaking. It's like really loud.
That's actually terrifying.
And you can feel it when you're standing on it. So it let out this wicked, really sound, whatever you say. And he grabbed me by my coat and he's like, "Hold on, we're going down," and laid me on the lake. If I had to poop, it would have been in my pants. I'm not going to lie.
That's actually an awesome story. I love that.
He's probably up there just a-rolling right now. He thought that was hilarious.
And you believed him, yeah?
Oh, I was like 13. Of course I believed him. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Oh, that's awesome. I've never been hunting. I've gone fishing probably 4 times in my whole life. Mm-hmm. And it was all when I was younger, so I was always wanting to go. So I was never one to kind of just sit down and enjoy that moment. So definitely look forward to doing that one day.
Yeah, it's definitely an experience, honestly. I mean, when you're by yourself, especially like up in the tree stand or on the ground blind, I mean, if you just sit still and you're quiet, you'll literally have squirrels, birds, whatever, come within grabbing distance of you.
Holy cow.
I mean, it's really cool to experience nature like that. Like, granted, you have your human sense, so they, you know, stuff like that. Like my mom, I think she was hunting one time with my dad back in the day, and she had like a squirrel or something like come and sit on her boot because she wasn't moving.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
I've seen I don't know if you've seen this, but I saw a video online of this guy. He for the last like 25 days he's been sitting out on his porch, not continuously obviously, but every day he
Mhm.
goes out there and he has these Ray-Ban sunglasses that he put hummingbird feeders on, and he just sits there and he waits for the hummingbirds to come by and like sit on his glasses to eat, to drink the juice that's on the inside. And up until
Nope.
today, they've only come by, sniffed it, and then dipped. So
Nope.
that's
Nope. I'm
insane.
good. Not getting my eye taken out.
those things, those things. Have you ever seen a hummingbird slow down?
Yeah.
It's super fast still.
Hmm.
Those things buzz. So I keep bringing this up, but you're on this weight loss journey.
Yep.
And I know you were telling me, off stream, a couple weeks back that you had talked to it's not a hypnotist,
Oh yeah.
the
Like a
lady.
psychic lady.
Yes,
Yep.
psychic lady.
Yep.
Did you want to
And
talk a little bit more about that?
I can share that. So like, I feel I got some answers that I needed to. I'm gonna keep those to myself, but
Yeah.
like, I feel like I got closure with my dad passing away, and I got some information that I needed. Eventually, I want to bring her on the show, and she's gonna chat with us and stuff. And we can go and meet her and stuff like that. And she's willing to come on. So I mean, I learned a lot about myself, and that's kind of like where my self love started to kick in, and I became happier and learning stuff about myself that I didn't know. So
Good, good, good. How did you end up getting in contact with her? Is it someone that you kind of know, or was it you kind of reached out for
no, it's
that?
a close friend of me and my wife's, and um, I was like, well, whatever. I've tried other things. Why not? Whatever. It was a couple of dollars. You know
Yeah,
that
that's not bad.
no, not bad at
And
all.
it definitely helps out with. I've known people who've gone to a psychic to kind of get that more clarity on their situation in life, or to get that closure, like you said,
Hmm.
which I think is awesome. You were super excited after all that, and it amped me up just as much as you were amped up. I feed off of that energy, and you were coming at me with a lot of energy afterwards. So,
Hey.
so let's see. Let's see. So TikTok,
Yep.
that's going well for you.
Oh man, I totally love it. TikTok has been my new like I guess go to. Like I'm on there a lot. Um, I get a lot of compliments. I get a lot of duets lately. We're almost to here. I'll check it quick for you.
When I checked, you were at like 1400.
I'm at 1481 as of today.
Nice. Yeah, you were like just under 1400 when
Yesterday,
I looked.
I've gotten a lot of follows. Like if I go to my activity right now and look at the followers, um, so I mean, I'm looking back and I have a lot. Like 23 hours ago, it started, and I don't even want to count the number. Like
It's
it's
quite a bit.
crazy.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and it's more of like I support them, and they support me. I've been told that I'm very genuine. I'm honest, and that's why I want to bring that to the table. Um, so it's fun, and I enjoy it. I guess it's a different route than I thought I would be taking, honestly, when we bring it up, because you and I both were on Twitch for a very long time.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like Twitch has kind of been pushed out of my, I guess,
it's no longer on the burners.
Goal, yeah, it's no longer there because it's just like, whatever. I had my fun with it. I appreciate the people that supported me in Twitch, and I still talk to them. But Twitch, I think, is just going to be kind of put aside, and video games, are kind of far and in between right now because I'm focusing more on my health.
Yeah.
So some things got to sit on the back burner until you're ready to take them on again. But.
Yeah, and honestly, I would agree. Like, I launched I had a TikTok account, my first one. The one that I use as like my personal account now, over a year ago, and I had one video that had like 20K views on it, and I was like, oh, this is cool, blah blah blah, and then my account must have got like shadow banned or something, so I was like, whatever, and then I was like, well, I'm gonna start a second one. I'm not expecting anything because my last one didn't blow up, blah blah blah, and it blew up. Like, I wasn't expecting it. and
right.
And I was like, a lot like what you said, it's not anything that I thought I would be doing, but here we are, we're both using TikTok as an outlet. So it's definitely interesting. It's definitely one of the more welcoming, like you said earlier, communities, especially the fitness community on TikTok. It's absolutely insane. Just so much love there.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. I got one troll that came into one of my videos, but he got blocked and deleted because I don't have no time for that.
Yeah, cut the negativity out.
If I just got a tip, if you're gonna troll me, make sure you can spell. Not gonna lie, like, you may have won the troll award, but you failed the spelling bee.
Yeah. So, because you're over 1,000 followers there on TikTok, you can go live now, right?
Yep.
How many times have you gone live?
I think 3 or 4 times I've went live. Got a couple followers, got a couple gifts from people, so that's been really nice.
Speaking of
and stuff that I don't know,
Yeah. Speaking of gifts, you just recently posted a video about someone sending you something in the PO, right? The jam.
Oh, yeah. So my PO box gift came in. I got homemade raspberry jam, which was phenomenal. Thanks, Jen. And my wife had gotten some Color Street nails. So she tried some on, which was super cool. And it was just, something that, I had reached out to them because I was like, God, that jam looks really good. And they're like, oh, well, you're a fellow Wisconsinite. I don't mind sending you some. So I just DM'd her my, P.O. box.
That's absolutely
which was
awesome.
super cool.
That's awesome.
People have said that to me, they do it because they think I deserve it because I'm genuine and I'm real and they can see that. I'm not fake and I don't bring that to the table.
Mm-hmm. And you don't see a lot of genuine people out online anywhere. It seems like these days everyone's putting on some sort of, mask, some sort of facade to kind of amp up the people who are watching them, and people see right through that stuff nowadays. Mm-hmm. So seeing someone genuine.
Like that. YouTube, you'd have the guy being hyped up for the 5-minute video and he's just loud and screaming at the microphone. And I feel that's kind of fading out lately. Mm-hmm. And, it's not what people want anymore. It kind of got old for a while. So, I look at it as, why not be real with somebody and, give them that space, give them that outlet, give them the friend that they're looking for.
Right. And that's honestly, a lot of people are looking for that nowadays. At least that's what I've noticed. Like I know exactly who you're talking about when you say that, the people who are on YouTube who are super loud, really obnoxious the entire time. And sure, it worked for them for a little bit because, young kids like loud, obnoxious, but those kids are growing up you know. So, and they're looking to find a more mature, more real content out there. So,
True.
being a genuine person gets you a long way, not only in content but in life in general.
Right.
So, I would have to agree. Let's see. So, what do you expect for the future of our podcast here?
What do I expect from the future of our podcast? Well, I am planning on bringing a guy on. We have to set a date for him that was on Shark Tank.
Ooh.
He is, I believe it's the creator of Oh Dang Hummus.
Oh, dang.
Yep, you can look it up, Oh Dang Hummus. But now when I go to their website, they have Oh Dang like hummus, but it's ranch dressing, but it's made with chickpeas and not like nasty ranch.
You know what? I have had this.
And I want to find it, and I think it sells at my local stores, but I'm going to find it. His name's Jesse Wolf. I've watched him on Shark Tank. He also was a football player. I believe he did like powerlifting, and he's also on a weight loss journey. And he's super supportive. Like, he's just a great dude to know. So he already agreed to be on the podcast, as well as another guy named Sean. So we got a couple people lined up here. And I think, the more we tell their stories and the more that their podcast is shared, and stuff like that, we'll grow. It may take some time, but I'm willing to put the work into the show because it's fun and I enjoy my partner's time, as well as the people that we bring on the show.
I agree. And I have two people willing to come on the show as well. I have Alec Metzner. He has recently lost 120 pounds.
Wow.
Looking at him now compared to what he looked like when he was bigger, two completely different people. And so now what he's using his TikTok platform to give out free advice on how to lose weight the real way versus what Big Fitness is trying to sell to people that's fake and won't help you out. So he's got a whole method to his madness going on right now. So he's
I don't take supplements or anything like that. A lot of those things that you see on TikTok, they have like the belly toner and like it's this machine that's not gonna work.
I'm not gonna lie. So
garbage.
A few years ago, I took this free survey to try to get one of those, it was like a sticker, right? And you stick it on your stomach, and it's got these electrodes that shock your abs to make it so you don't have to do sit-ups and you can still get abs, right? And so I filled out the survey and I won it. So they sent it to me, and for 4 months I was zapping my stomach trying to get abs. And I was like, it's not working. It doesn't make any sense. It's just uncomfortable. And so I have that in a box somewhere. I got one for it was for your biceps or whatever. You stick it on your face though, and it makes you twitch and whatnot. So
oh man, if we ever meet, you need to bring that with.
I'm gonna have to find it. I think it's at my mom's house actually, and I have it in the
put
original
it on your face.
box.
And be like, yeah, I'm smiling. I swear.
If we meet in person, we'll have to film a podcast video, just doing something like that, throughout the whole podcast.
Just every time someone goes to talk, you hit the button. Be like a dog shock collar. I have one of them. We can just use that.
Oh, and just blow all of the audience's ears out with our yelling. It's just, Yeah, I think we have a good form for our podcast, honestly.
Right.
With the what we're putting out, the positivity, showing people stories and stuff like that, people can relate to it. And I haven't seen many podcasts like this. I mean, there's tons of fitness podcasts, don't get me wrong. Right. Loads of them. But as far as people constantly bringing people on to tell their own story, I haven't seen too many. Every once in a while they'll bring on a special guest, but we're always going to have those special guests on our
Right.
on our
The
podcast.
reason you're interviewing me today on mine is we want to share our stories as well.
Right. So this is the actually part 1 of Tell Our Own Stories. I'll be sometime probably next week filming ours or filming mine. Kind of go through that and whatnot. So, as far as telling the audience about yourself, what haven't we covered that people might want to know about you? You're married, obviously.
Yep, that's in my TikTok profile. Sorry, ladies.
And 7 years strong too, right? Just this past weekend.
Celebrated 7 years on Monday, and we've been together for a full 12 years before we got married. So, yeah, we've been together for 12 years total, 7 years married.
That's exciting, and actually, that's a really big achievement, especially nowadays.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
What is the secret?
And remember that your wife is always right. No, I'm just kidding. But you just got to communicate, and don't just go out and spend $200 on a new rifle before you go and ask her.
Speaking from experience,
you can do that.
Yeah, it's really impressive. Especially, I don't know. It's just you don't see very long-lasting relationships like nowadays. It's usually like 2 years and they're done.
Yeah, but I don't know. People say that we have a different kind of relationship than most. We have that older, I guess they say older type relationship. And I guess people's values and stuff are different. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the online dating scene, it seems to be kind of flooding into real relationships. So I'm not shooting it. I've never had to do it, so I'm not shooting it because I've never done it, but it's just kind of what I'm seeing.
Well, everyone's got their different things here. I guess you can say, what is it? Different strokes for different folks.
Very, very, very true.
So, do you have any other questions for me?
As far as I only have maybe 1 or 2 more questions. Okay. The one I was just about to say is, so you've been working out at home. I've been seeing, yes. So you have your, you just went out and bought some bands, some weights, some kettlebells and whatnot like that, and stuff like that. How's that all going for you?
Good. I have my 26-pound dumbbells. I have my 20-pound kettlebell. I have my bench that can sit straight up, lay flat. And then I have another bench that does decline. So I can do incline, decline, and regular for bench. And I try to go as much as I can. So at 430 pounds today, I lost 3. So what is that, 427, right? Yeah. Yes. I was able to do 2 regular push-ups.
That's awesome. It's a start.
I did 2. And otherwise I do like angled push-ups where you're like up against the counter or something. But I try to do like 20 to a set.
Gotcha.
And do like 2-3 sets a day. And then give it a day's rest and then do more.
Yeah.
Just because you want to give your muscles that time to heal.
Right. So. And honestly, those angled push-ups, you'll be sore after those. Like even I get sore after them, So like it's definitely doing work, and it's gonna help you out. It's gonna help you build that base so that you can go and lift that 500 pounds later on. Right.
It'll get me there, that's for sure.
100%. You'll be looking back on this episode and you'll be like, "Holy cow, how much have I changed?" Wow,
Right. You won't see my face creases.
Yeah, you'll have this really big luscious beard because you're never gonna shave it again.
Chest length.
Exactly.
Braid it like Gimli from the Lord of the Rings, 1 on each side.
Yes. All right. Well, I think that might cover everything that we're gonna end up wanting to talk about. Is there anything that you wanted to put out there?
Just be humble. Don't quit on yourself, and always stay positive. And I'm here to motivate you, and I'm in your corner. If you have any questions, You can email us at the lighter side podcast at 8696@gmail.com. We'll link that in the description below. You can also check us on TikTok, same, lighter side podcast, or the lighter side podcast.
Yes.
We're on Instagram. You can hit us up there if you have any questions or concerns, or if you'd like to be on the show.
Yes.
We're open to all suggestions.
And please send in any sort of any sort of positive stories you might have. We would love to start our podcasts here with, a handful of those stories. It could be, a daily story, something that happened to you yesterday that you think would make other people really happy to hear about. Say you got a puppy, or your baby just started walking or something like that. People love to hear stuff like that, and we want to put that out to the world. So
and if you make a video clip, just send it in. If you just want to write in an email, do that. We'll share that with the show. A couple three four sentences, real quick if you're writing it in. We don't want to book, obviously, but something that we can get through in a timely manner for people. So because the show's only about an hour.
Yes. we would love to show an hour of just fun, happy stories, but we got to put out some sort of content as well. So but it definitely, send that into us. We are very interested to see all that, and everything, all of our socials will be linked down below. All of Brian's socials here will be linked down below. Be sure to give him a follow, give him some love, help him through his journey over there on TikTok. It's going to be linked down below. Go follow, go say hey, and give him some love. This has been the Lighter Side Podcast. My name is Anthony Urbicus. We have Brian on the show today. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys are listening over there on Apple, if you guys are listening over there on Spotify, thank you guys so much. We will talk to you guys in our next podcast. See you later.
See ya.